So, welcome to Fatal of Vintage. I'm Colleen. Welcome in as you're coming in. I'm just kind of getting YouTube sorted out a little bit, waiting for that situation. All right. Waiting for it to pop up. See if anybody's coming in. All right, let me get. Oh, I forgot to add some buy it nows, but you know what? That's okay. That is okay. I'm a little discombobulated today. That's all right. We're not always going to be 100% for every live. Come on, bud. Do your thing. There it is. Okay. You, sir, need to knock it off. Sorry, it's that bug that scared the bejesus out of me in my last live. During the glass, there you are. I see you. During the glass train, the glass menagerie train, glass locomotive train. There it is. That bug scared the absolute bejesus out of me because it's a leaf-legged bug and they are so loud when they fly. And I thought it was a wasp. But anywho, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a quiet afternoon. And you know what? I'm okay with that. That is a-okay by me. I am... Actually, let me swap these two carts. I think I like you better over here. You're filled with glass. Okay, that's better. All right, so basically I'm going to be showing you guys a mix of some things left from the Over the Moon and Into the Deep train, and what's some leftovers from the whatchamacallit train, the glass locomotive train. So the first item I have up, which I honestly suspect it's possibly like Heisey glass or something along those lines. I have this silver overlay. I think it's a cordial, but it is a small amber glass cup with this beautiful silver overlay rooster on it, as well as banding. And there's a couple like little details on there, which is also on the foot, which is in great shape. It's unmarked. And it is just over 3.5 inches, like 3 3/4 inches tall. But just a really pretty little amber glass cup. We'll go ahead and get that started. No chips or cracks. Just really pretty little cup. It is a quiet afternoon today. Set that aside. All right, what am I going to grab next? Let's move you to stage. I have this Arabia, Finland. This is the fauna pattern. Beautiful piece. Hello, welcome in. It is a beautiful piece. This vase is this beautiful amber color, and it is like a safari as far as I can tell. I think these are supposed to be zebras. Yeah, they don't like look right to be like tigers or something. I think they're zebras, but they have really long tails, so I don't know. but there's a bird and there is a rhino, and it is right about 6.25 inches tall, and at its widest, it's 6.25 inches. Beautiful piece. You can see the remnant of the sticker there. It just says Arabia. The rest of it's gone. But beautiful vase. I love the little feet on the bottom. I love how the pattern goes all the way through the bottom. You see these 3 little feet on there. That keeps it just off of the surface. And I love these little creatures here. I don't know what they are, if they're lionesses or what, but they're really cool. And I'm going to go ahead and run him. No chips or cracks. Just a really neat little piece. Well, not little. It's a good sized piece. It's like, it's not quite the size of my head. And I got a big head. But I love the little goat here. It's so fun. There we go. Nice quiet afternoon. The chat's pretty chill too. All right, now this piece, I've had it for a little while, but I'm bringing it back around. I meant to show this during the glass train, but I ran out of time. Well, actually, I meant to bring it up here into my office, but I had accidentally left it in my basement. And I didn't have enough time to go get it. So my office is in the 2nd story of my house, hence all the angled ceilings because I live in a Cape Cod style home. So could not go and get this guy, but it is this really neat art glass vase. See, it has it's really hard to see in this light. Let me get more direct light on there for you so you can see the pontil. It is like a concave polished pontil. And there are no chips or cracks. This yellow part is pulled down and it touches down on the edge of the white and the yellow. It's just a really neat vase. I love the swirl pattern on it. I love the speckling. It's just kind of cool. There is this really neat little spot right here where it like has like this little little bit of glass, spare glass that just kind of connects down there next to where it's been ruffled down. And it is 5 inches tall and right about 5 inches wide. No chips or cracks, and it's running. Welcome in. Hello. And I forgot to put things in the buy it now section, but you can preview what items I have available today. Oh, thank you. I do actually have some extra pieces today that I didn't have the chance to put in the store, which are definitely fresh finds. Stuff that I picked up over the weekend and in the beginning of this week as I was thrifting in antique shops, all sorts of things. Because heaven forbid I go a week without sourcing. But either way, oh, I left that whole basket over there. Okay, I'll just do you guys last. All right. What did I grab? Oh, yes, the carnival. All right, so I had this. What the heck? It's autumn, and the weather is like up and down here in central New York. So you never quite know what kind of bugs are going to fly in the door as the kids stand there with the door open yelling at you for like no reason whatsoever. So I don't know, there's just been leaf-legged bugs and ladybugs, and I don't know what that little bug was that just flew past my head, but so if I start waving at things, it's because it's some like little critter that's like gotten into my home. But either way, this is a Fenton carnival glass dish. This is the water lily and cattail pattern. So you see all the water lilies and the cattails. And this is the marigold color. So it is a lighter amber base, or it's actually a clear base with the like light amber carnival finish. But it is right around, I think it was 6 inches wide, 6 inches at the widest. And I think it's only like 2 inches tall at the tallest. I love the shape of these little bonbon dishes. I think this would be considered a bonbon dish. Maybe. I've seen a few different shaped bonbon dishes. There are a couple of spots with bubbles in them. So you can see a bubble right there on that petal of the water lily. I think that's the biggest one. There is a couple in like the edges, but otherwise it's just in really great shape. Beautiful little bowl, little dish to put your trinkets or your little candies or just anything that makes you feel fancy. You could even use it as a spoon rest if you wanted to. And that's that. I know what I do during Christmas is I use all my my Jeanette carnival glass actually like as serving pieces. So I'll have like crackers and cheese on a sandwich plate, and I'll have like candies and things on in little compotes, and I have a lot of fun with it. I love Christmas, in case you don't know. Christmas gets a little crazy around here. But this piece is a really neat little Murano bowl that I picked up from an antique mall actually in a city north of here called Fulton. There's this little antique shop. Well, it's not actually very little. It's an antique shop called the Brown Bag Boutique, and it's kind of a mix shop, like eclectic, where there's a little bit of old stuff, a little bit of new stuff. It's mostly vintage and antiques, but you have like a mix of like crafters, jewelry makers. There's a baker who actually brings bread into there. So there's a mix of a lot of people, like furniture flippers. Flippers is kind of not the exact word for them, but it's like where they refinish and reimagine furniture pieces. But either way, it's this beautiful bowl. It's bullicante. So you have, or not bullicante, we don't say that anymore, unless in very specific terms, but this is not it. But you can see the controlled bubbles. And we have this beautiful little twist detail in green with gold. And then we have this beautiful little foot here and a rough pontil. But this is Murano glass. I had it confirmed with other like-minded individuals here on Knickknacks. So Mary agrees with me. It's Murano. It's really what it boils down to. I got the okay from Mary to say that this is definitely Murano. Oh, I should probably measure it. It is 5 inches and like 7/8. It's not quite 6 inches long, but no chips or cracks. And we'll set that aside. So most of today's show is glass. So let's grab this guy because he's right there on top. So going with the Halloween display thought process, I picked up this little guy. He is this beautiful little art glass bird, and he is black and gold, and he is cased in clear, and you can see his little black eyes and his little orange beak and his applied wings. He's not particularly super polished base, so I do suspect him to be Asian, especially with like some imperfections in the glass itself. But he's right around 4.5 inches long and right about 2.5-ish inches tall. But just a little cutie. I'm gonna go ahead and get that running. No chips or cracks. His beak does not glow. I did check him with a UV light. Five seconds left on that. All right, I'll set that aside. Okay, and next up, let's do this little owl guy that's sitting right next to him. And as you're coming in and out, make sure you're checking in the store for items I have coming up. If you have any requests, let me know. But I have this fantastic little owl here. He's a little derpy. He's kind of a weirdo, not gonna lie. He's a little bit oddly shaped, but there's no chips or cracks. But his eyes, his eyebrows aren't symmetrical, and his ears are a little odd. There is a rough spot on the top of this ear, but I believe that is from it being pulled. So like the pinch. Isn't he a cute derp? He's a little weirdo, but I love the texture on him. I think that's absolutely fantastic. If anything, I feel like he started out as like I love how to picture, like, how did they make this? But here, I'm going to go ahead and get him started. I think he started out as like a cylinder of glass that they put in like a texture. He is 3 3/4 inches tall. That they did the texture, and then they kind of formed him from there. Oh yeah, he's definitely handmade. He's a little too unique to be mold. But I think the texture was added with kind of a mold, if that makes sense. He's perfectly imperfect. Exactly. So I'm going to set him aside. Okay, next up, let's grab you. All right. And talk about Halloween displays. I love using like elegant and depression glass. I'm not 100% sure on I'm not sure on the maker of this piece at all. It's just this little like footed bowl mini compote, like a nut dish, if you will. And it has this beautiful like cut laurel pattern, I believe that's considered, but it has this black band, which is painted like an enamel paint on the back, and then it has the gold painted on this side, and it also has gold on the base, and the gold's actually in really good shape. There's only a couple of tiny little like scratches in it, but it's in really great condition, and there's no chips or cracks. It is 3 inches tall and not quite 5 inches wide, but just a beautiful little bowl. I love to use these as, I'm gonna give you a preview of something that I have purchased, but I haven't had time to list yet. But like as a riser, it's not quite wide enough for that. Riser for anything you want a little taller in the back of your display. And being black, that's something that, here's another, it just kind of lifts him up a little bit. But let me go ahead and get him started. Now, those are not the real deal. They are reproductions before you get too excited. But I will offer those for sale once I'm done with all the preloaded things. Or if you want me to run them now, let me know. I'm thinking starting at 30 each because they are reproductions. If you want me to run them, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just do it at the end of the show. All right. And then I'm like, where are you? There you are. Why did I have you over here? So I go from like showing Halloween things to showing Christmassy things. So this is a Department 56 Snow Baby Angel. It's just a little figurine, has its original sticker on it. And there is the mark. So the Snow Baby Angel holding a little star. These are bisque. There's no chips or cracks that I could see. There is some minor imperfections because it is bisque, so it's kind of hard to see, but you can see like there's There's going to be some scuffing because he is used. So he was displayed. And you can see that there's a couple of little tiny spots where some of the like snow is not quite as thick as it should be. And there's this little tiny black dot right there of like a different, I don't know if it's like attached to the snow or not. I've tried to get it out there, but I don't want to damage the snow itself. So I left that little black dot in there. That's just where it lives now. But this little guy is, right about 5 inches tall, maybe not quite 5 inches, but just a little cutie. I love their faces. They're so sweet. Set you aside. I'll put you back over here. Why not? Okay. And next up, I have some Dorothy Thorpe coasters. Now, Dorothy Thorpe is one of those where I feel like her name is associated with a lot of different stuff. These ones, it took me a long time to figure out who actually produced these. But basically what it boils down to is I figured out who produced these by actually finding the complete set. Like there's a caddy set of Dorothy Thorpe glasses in this pattern with the coasters, with the caddy, and I think there was something else, maybe an ice bucket, if I remember right. But so finding these by themselves is apparently quite the chore, because these are glass, but it's got that silver tone on top, just like you would find on like the Dorothy Thorpe like roly-poly glasses. But this is the crown and cross pattern, from what I understand. Now, they aren't perfect. Well, 2 of them are perfect. The other 2 do have a single chip each. See, that one's right there on that little tooth. And this one's... This one's got a tooth chipped right there, but I'm also finding that there's a tooth chipped here, but it looks like that happened during manufacture because it's been silvered. So, but the other 2 don't have any problems at all. There's no chips or anything. And they're just coasters. They're coasters. And they are about 3.5 inches across. And you get the whole set of 4 for $8. I don't want to hold them all up for you because I will 100% drop them. But I'll show you this one. But I love the silvering on it. I mean, it's definitely glass. It's a really neat set. It's almost like silver carnival glass, for lack of a better term. But let me set those aside. Here, I'll grab you next. Why not? I have to move you anyways to set down them coasters. All right. So next up is this bottle that I suspect might be Empoli. I'm really not sure. The closest I could find was an Empoli bottle set in a blue version. And this is obviously purple. But it's this beautiful opaque glass, and it has this great little stopper. There's no chips or cracks on the stopper, but there are flea bites on the edge of the bottle right there. And here is the bottom. Overall, it is 8.5 inches tall, and it's just really neat. Just a really neat piece. But it's just one of those things where I liked it more for the mystery. And now that I can't find the mystery, I can't discover what the mystery is. It's been so long I've had this bottle for probably about, it's been more than 3 years now, and I've researched on and off with it, and it's one of those things where I just kind of, I get to a point where I'm just like, meh, this is beyond me, so I'm just gonna let it go. It's not fun anymore. I don't want to look at it. Even though it's still a beautiful piece, and I will honestly probably just put it back up on a shelf and just stare at it for another few more years. So, but next up, I definitely know this is Empoli. So this is a beautiful little fun stylized angel cup or vase. But she's just a cutie. She's singing. She's got a bell. She's ringing that bell. And she is 6.5 inches tall. No chips or cracks. There she goes. An itchy nose. But just a really neat piece. And if there's any requests, just let me know. Be more than happy to run anything that anybody's looking at. I'm just kind of grabbing things as the whim takes me. So let me grab this guy. Oh, you're not on here. Oops. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I've had this one for a while. I think he might be in my buy it now listings. But of course, I forgot to add buy it now listings to the show itself. But if you follow and if you go into my name, you can see all of my current buy it now listings as well. And I do a show every Thursday, whether that's part of a train or not. Because I think next week we have the Shakerathon going on, and last week was the last Thursday was the moon and over the moon and under the sea train. So my usual vintage variety shows or the fresh finds I didn't actually do them because I already had a show going on Thursday. But Tuesdays I'm doing jewelry, which is a new thing for me, and I'm having fun with it. But this right here is a glass cloche. I do not believe this is particularly vintage. It's just kind of giving me that vibe that it's not super old. Especially the like poorly wood-filled knot right there. But overall, this is about 9 inches tall with the wood base. It is a base. It is a base for a display of, it could be anything. Anything you don't want dusty or that you want contained, or you just want kind of elevated a little bit and like super cool. And you could even use it for plants. Like if you want to try and keep the humidity up and the heat up on a particular little tiny plant that you might have. Using cloches like this is a good way to do that because you can water them, put them under the cloche, and that keeps a lot of the moisture in. Set you over there like a little greenhouse in your house. All right, next up, let's grab you. And I will get this to stage. There it is. All right, so next up, I have an oil lamp. Don't you fall. I have this great little ball oil lamp. And this was produced by Ornamental Blown Glass Studio with Mount St. Helens ash. So this is called Lava Lace. And this was produced in Linwood, Washington. And this has the insert with the wick. And it has the little booklet that tells you all about it. It has the instruction sheet on how to use the oil lamp. You can add oil and not spill it everywhere. And you get the original box that it came in from the gift shop, which is A Touch of Country Class in Churchville, New York. I don't know how it got from all the way from Washington to New York, but there we go. So let me go ahead and I will get this started. Like I said, you get the lamp with all the accessories too, starting at 10. And the lamp is with the insert right about 3 3/4 inches tall. And there we go. Pop you in there with your instructions, your funnel, and your booklet. I'll pop you over here. Think. All right. What haven't I run on here? Yeah, let's grab you. You are right here. All right. So this is a piece of Viking glass. This is a 6-petal piece. And this is older Viking because it has a ground base instead of a formed base. So they had the pontil on the bottom, I believe, or maybe that's just kind of how they like even the piece out, if that makes sense. I don't know, but either way, it's a ground base. It's a 6-petal amber bowl. It is at its widest 8 1/4-ish inches wide and right about 3 inches tall. Just a really beautiful amber vase. I can see this in a fall display very easily. Like you can imagine like little pumpkins sitting in here, candy corn. It's very pretty. All right, set that aside. Next up, who do I have? I don't think I have any of you guys preloaded. You're over there, so I will grab you instead. And crackle pitcher. There it is. All right, this is a rainbow glass pitcher. And it is this beautiful blue color. It has its original sticker on it. See, rainbow glass. Out of Huntington, West Virginia, USA. Hand blown. And it's this lovely blue crackle. There are no chips or cracks. The handle is intact. And it is right about 4.5 inches tall. I love that it has the original sticker. That was what kind of sold it for me. But just a really nice piece. All right, set you aside. Okay. Next up, I have a pair of Pier 1 art glass wine goblets. All right, so these guys are beautiful swirl pattern. So you can see that we have the two kind of globs that swirl down around the base. And this is a very dark green and a bright yet a nice bright red. And these are quite tall too. So this is 9 1/4 inches tall. So they're big. They're statement pieces. But they are absolutely gorgeous. I love the shape of them. I love that this foot is so flat and it's kind of funny. I don't know why. But they're not huge wine glasses too. They're just like kind of average size. There's some slight optics to them, you can see. But they're just really nice. They're well done. They're a good weight, a good height. And just the art glass, it's just really nicely done. I'm a fan. But like I said, no chips or cracks. They are unmarked. but I have confirmed them to be Pier 1, which I don't know if I would have necessarily guessed, but it also doesn't surprise me because Pier 1 came out with some really cool stuff. And you can see that they're handmade because the stem on this one is wider than the stem on this one. And you can see that this one, looking on one side, has a slight tilt to it. So these were definitely handmade art glass pieces. Kind of love that there was the imperfections give them character, if that makes sense. When things are too perfect, it just gets a little creepy. All right, next up is this old vase. So this is an art glass. I suspect this to be Asian produced because of that, honestly, that base. And it's not particularly clean art glass, method wise, but I just think they did a really good job. It's just some unique colors. I love the blue cane with the orange background. It is cased in white glass backing, and it's just really neat. I like the blue. It's really cool. It reminds me of a stormy sky. And how tall are you? There's sticker residue on the bottom, which I thought I cleaned off, but apparently I didn't. Hi, Purple Haze! But it is 7.5 inches tall, and it is round, so it's 7.5 inches around as well. No chips or cracks, and now it's running. Just a really neat round vase. So, like I said, I suspect it to be Asian produced because of that base and pontil, but I love the colors. It's very autumn to me. Thank you. Okay, next up, we got this little cutie little blown glass pumpkin, and it is signed. I just don't know what it says exactly. I think it says either GK or CK, or maybe that's an R, like CR or GR, but it is signed. There's a couple of initials right there, but it's just this really cute little pumpkin. It's a little classic pumpkin. No chips or cracks. It is at 4.5 inches tall. Just a cutie. I think it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Five seconds left on that. I mean, how classic can you get for a Halloween display? It's a little orange pumpkin. Okay. What's left on here? I think just the dog. Just the dog. All right. Now I have this little cutie, little sad left-in ouchie dog, little spaghettis. Now he's not perfect. His cold paint has some wear on it. And he has crazing throughout, which is really hard to see in a live. And some of his spaghettis have some chipping on it. Where was it? Like right there and a little bit right there. But honestly, kind of overall, it's kind of hard to see. But he's a little cutie. I love his little tufty butt. He's got a cute little tail. And this little guy is at 4.75 inches tall. He's so sad. He's got a little tear, and he's got a fly on his nose, and he's got a bum leg. He's having a rough day. So let's go ahead and get him started. Oh, and he does have his original Left-In sticker on the bottom. He is Left-In exclusive from Japan. So little cutie. All right. So I do have some more items preloaded, but honestly, they're in a basket over there. So if you want me to grab them, I will. I have the Polish pottery and I have the studio pottery pieces, as well as that Karen Howell piece. So if you want to take a peek in my store, if you want me to run them, I definitely will. Otherwise, I'll just kind of show you stuff that's around me right now. So first off, I have this Fenton vase, which is Violets in the Snow. It is a marked piece right there, and it is signed by Moonshadow Lutz, which puts this in the mid 1970s. So based off the mark as well as that signature, I know Moonshadow was a decorator for Fenton, I think like between 1976 to 1978, something along those lines. So sometime in those years was when this was produced. So this is Violets in the Snow. This is a Spanish lace pattern on the silver crest, but with this painting that makes it Violets in the Snow. I would start this at, I think 28 would be where I would start this. If you're interested, just let me know and I can get that loaded up and up to stage. I also have kind of, this is kind of like the eclectic where like I did really just kind of get this all together like within the past like few days. So this is a little dragonfly. This I believe is a craft, I don't know if I would necessarily call it craft, but it's a piece I think made by a local lady. Just this really neat, I don't know what this stone is called, but with this silver tone dragonfly base, it's just a little figurine. And I just thought it was really pretty. It reminds me of Carnival Glass. It's just really neat. I would start this at 12 if anybody's interested. If you want me to run it, just let me know. And then, yeah, of course, I'll show these again. So these are reproduction. We have the reproduction of, I'm trying to remember what the collector name is for this pumpkin, but he's either singing or smiling or something along those lines. He's missing the paper inside, but you can see how bright white he is on the inside. He is definitely a reproduction. I would start this at 30 if anybody's interested. But it's in really good shape. And we also have the Cat on the Fence, which does have its paper inside. Is this the one? There was one of them that actually had, the paper had writing on it that placed it in the 2000s. But you can see that this isn't old. Like you can see how bright white that paper mache is underneath the paint. But it's just really neat. I would also start this at 30 as well. Anybody's interested. Because honestly, I know the regular ones, the actual old ones, they go for over $100. But I also have this little sweetie, which is a Fenton angel figurine. It is signed and hand painted. This is hand painted. Oh man, I cannot read your name there, my friend. But this is the iridescent pink Joy angel. You can see it says Joy right there on the front. It does have its original stickers, and unfortunately it does have a tiny chip here on the base right there. But you can see that it doesn't really come up on the edge. You can feel it, but displayed, it's on the back and it's on the bottom. So if it's going to happen, this is the best place for it to happen. So this one, because she is chipped, I would start her at 15 if anybody's interested. Cutie. She is so pretty. I love that pink iridescent. Just really pretty. That is, yeah, these Fenton's Fenton. But when it's not perfect, you're gonna get a discount. Because I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't notice that estate sale. What else? Oh, this cutie. Look at him, he's so cute. Look at him. He's adorable. Oh, shoot. What the heck was the name of the pottery company? Just flew out of my head, but let me look it up really quick. I have it written down here. He's made in England. I remember that much. Right? Here, let me remove that from stage because none of these guys have to do that. But where is it? So you are down here. Because of course, like he's marked on the bottom, but like half the mark is like scrubbed away. When he was fired. So this guy is, where are you? Where did I buy you? Okay, now I remember. So you are up here because I bought you Rye Pottery in England. Isn't he sweet? I would do him at 8 if anybody was interested. Just a little cutie, little pottery bird. Now it's Rye Pottery England. So RYE Pottery. Little sweetheart. I can do him for 8. I just think he's adorable. Just a happy little robin. Happy little robin. Okay. What else? Oh, we have a little crackle glass pitcher. Oh, you want me to run the bird? No problem. Let me get him up to stage. Gotta build. We gotta build this a little bit. Pink. Perfect. All right. Rye Pottery Robin. And I said 8, so we'll stick with that for 15 seconds. And let's see, he'll fit in that size box. There we go. There we go. And we'll open this up to international just in case. Just in case we have any international friends hanging out who ears perked up at a Rye Pottery bird. There we go. Add to stream. Here he is. Move to stage. There we go. All right. You ready? Here he comes. Little cutie Rye Pottery bird. Thank you for your bid, Genie bird. He's so cute. He's so happy and cute and little. All right, he's yours. Thank you so much. All right, set you over here, my friend. All right. What else we got? We got some Sirocco. Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Love it. I'm so happy. You're welcome. I have some Sirocco Pottery butterflies. I can start these guys at 10. These are like a burnt orange, like kind of like a muted red tone. I'm really bad at the Roman numerals, but it's MCM LXVII. So XVII. I don't know, but they're cute. I would run them for 10. So let me know. You kind of love them too. I know, right? But here, I'll put them right here. I'll let you think about it. I have this effect. I try. I have cool stuff. All right. Here, I'll grab all this stuff right here too. Okay. So I haven't had a chance to put this through my dishwasher, but you want me to run them? Yeah, I can run them. Thank you. Okay, so auction. Let's get a picture. Sirocco butterflies. Pear. Sirocco butterflies. There we go. I always feel like I just have to keep talking no matter what whenever I'm live. It's just one of those things. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I think it'll fit in that size box. There we go. We gotta give it a minute. Loading slow. That's okay. Go ahead and open that up to international because you never know. Oops. There we go. And the list. Add the stream. There it is on a stage. Fabulous. Oh, no problem. The crackle. What did I say on that? I think 6. I can do 6 on the crackle, this little guy. But let me go ahead. Just refilled the glass plastic bag again. That's awesome. It's so fun. That piece was like, it was one of those things where when I found it, I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it's so weird. It's awesome. But yes, let me go ahead and we're running the butterflies first, and then I can definitely run that crackled glass for you next. So they still are in good shape. Oh, that's awesome. So we have both the hooks. They're nice, and thank you, Judy Bird. They are nice intact, so these should hang nice and easy for you. Ooh, that sounds like fun. You see, I wish my house was big enough where I could just have like an entire wall worth like full of random stuff. But like that would give my husband anxiety, but I would just laugh at him. So let me set those guys right here and let me get this guy in there for MHB. Ooh, small crackle glass pitcher. I think. All right. No chips or cracks. It is unmarked. We have Pontil, which is been slightly fire polished. So it's not a super rough Pontil, but it's there. 15 seconds, that's good. We'll do that. You'll fit into that. All right, how tall are you, my friend? It is 3 3/4 inches tall. Yeah, so you'll fit in a 6 by 6 by 6. Done. Right. Good. That. Almost done. Okay. List. Stream. There we go. Stage. Got it. Okay. And we're running. Thank you for your bid. So no chips or cracks. It's got the textured handle. I'm double checking everything just to make sure because this is a new edition. All right, MHB, that's yours. Thank you so much. Set you over here. Okay. So Also, another thing that I picked up. I didn't realize what this was until approximately 5 minutes before my show started. I was doing some Googling. Well, once you hear the start bid, you might just be Googling instead of bidding. So this guy is a 1930s door knocker by what was the name of the company? The name of the company was called Hubley. It is cast iron door knocker. He is amazing. He is hand painted cast iron. Like I said, 1930s, I think was the date that I found. I just finished Googling him like right before the show. Right? But these guys, because they're not reproductions, these are legit. The sold prices get a little crazy on WorthPoint with these guys. Just looking at the history of them. So my start bid on this guy would be like $75. And that's only because he has that little pin there is loose. If that was like intact, like he's not one of a kind, but they're hard to find. They only pop up like once or twice a year. The white seems to be the most common color, but you'll see them in browns and you'll see them with no paint every now and then. But he's amazing. I love him so much. Look at the painting on there. It's so good. I love like the little black like details on the wings and even like the branch that he's on. He's so cool. Oh, I know, right? Well, it becomes part of your house. It becomes you attach it to your house and it'll stay there for 40 years. I know. It's so cool. But let me know if you want me to run him. Let me know. You'll probably see him in the buy it now section soon. Don't worry about it. I know people, yeah. But I also have this, which is a little brass. I believe this would be considered like a little like potpourri, like a little sachet. Like you put some potpourri in there, and it'll. Right? It doesn't fit with your house, so you can't have him. But this little cutie, I would start for probably 6 as well. Just a little brass. Just a little brass. I believe this would be a potpourri box. A Cricut box? Maybe. I'll have to look that up. That's one thing I didn't think of was a Cricut box. It's unmarked too, but Cricut box. Up to 10%. But that's okay. I'm almost out of things to show you. I also have a couple of pieces of Beaumont Brothers pottery because you guys know I cannot leave that behind when I find it. So this is a 1994 spongeware pitcher. I would run this guy for probably 8 if anybody's interested in them. And I also have, if this is also 1994, a little sage pot. I would also run this for 8. But anybody need to sage some things, you can have a place to store it. And then, last but not least, this is a travel mug with a silicone lid. And it is Port Marion in the sweet pea pattern with butterflies. And it's dishwasher and microwave safe because it's the silicone top with a silicone plug. And I would start this at 12. Yes, 12. My bad. That's my alarm to say, hey, it's time to start wrapping up because you're going to have the kids getting off the bus here soon. But let me see. Sorry. That was out of nowhere. But, whew, you want me to rerun anything, if you want me to run something that you saw, like the paper mache, let me know. Like I said, these are not vintage, they're reproduction. So we have the jack-o'-lantern and I have the cat. Let me know. I would start those at 30. I do have the big piece of Fenton here. I would also start at 28. We got the angel. We got dragonfly. Woo! We got a little silver tone dragonfly with some stones for wings. Then we have all the preloaded items. But I think that's about it. You guys have been awesome. Love ya. The dragonfly. Oh, yes. I would start this at 12 if you're interested. So it's a little silver tone dragonfly. It's just a little figurine. But here, let me go ahead because he'll be light on shipping. I'll just go ahead and put him in real quick. Oh, come on. You really do not like to focus on things, do you? I've been having all sorts of issues with my iPhone. Ever since there was that big update not too long ago, like my camera's been really weird. I don't know why. Can't believe that. Oh. Yeah, 'cause you're really light. Dink, dink, dink. There we go. Sorry, just sorting out the shipping. Almost done. Being just a little slow. That's okay. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Go ahead, list that. Add to stream. There you go. Move to stage. So you can see like what shipping would be. There we go. Perfect. All right. And he's running. Now he is like, you can see on the back how they attach the wings. They're like a stone. And it's almost like amethyst carnival glass. It's kind of that sheen that it gives off. It's just a really neat piece. All right, MHB, it's yours. Thank you so much. Set him over here for you. Okay. I think that's everything today. Awesome. Thank you. And I think I gotta let you guys go. I'm on 9% battery life and my kids are going to be home soon. And it's getting warm in here. Thank you. And so make sure you check in with me on Tuesday. I'll be doing jewelry. I have lots of really cool chunky necklaces that I'm bringing, as well as some brooches, earrings, bracelets, bangles. I'm having lots of fun with that. And then I'll be back next Thursday for, thank you. I'll be back next Thursday for the Shaker-a-thon, which is going to be fun. I have so many salt and pepper shakers. But I think that's going to do it. And I will see you guys next time. Let's see who we can raid. I always have so much fun raiding. All right. So let's see. We have estate jewelry, auction unboxing, and older inventory clean out. Ooh, that's Scottish Anne. Oh, she's so much fun. Let's go see what Anne is doing. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye.